Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of our slow and immersive playthrough of the Iron Oath, a game that flew completely under my radar until I spotted yesterday on Steam announcement that the version 1.0 was releasing today. In fact, it was probably released just a couple of hours ago. And the game is a turn-based tactics game that promises a kind of mashup of Battle Brothers and Darkest Dungeon, two games that I love and I have spent a lot of hours playing. You know, despite how maybe, especially Battle Brothers, how simple it is in its presentation, I do think it's very immersive. Once you get into it, it's kind of hardcore, it's challenging, it's got a lot of mechanics though that make it kind of realistic and you really do start to feel for your soldiers. I've played about an hour of the Iron Oath this morning just to see if it's worth playing, first of all, and second of all, to get a little bit familiar with it. But I didn't make it far, I just made it to the prologue, and that's it. And I do think it's worth it. It does look like a great mix of Battle Brothers with quite a bit more magic, I would say. But sort of Battle Brothers and Darkest Dungeon put together, more like Darkest Dungeon 1 rather than 2. There we go. So without further ado, let's begin a new campaign, and we will go. Let's have a look. Let's make company sort of sigil. Let's make something. It's not too. There you go. Shall we do something? Helmet's a bit too generic. The sword. Let's do, what should we name it? Right. I want to do something like something to do with money. I thought maybe let's do yellow, and then we can do something like red, something like dawn, a sun maybe. Black and orange. So maybe we do something like golden suns, since we are mercenaries. It's a basic way of playing a band of mercenaries, essentially. Golden suns. Something like that. Red and white, purple. Black and gold. I like it. Let's do Ironman. Starting point, new game. We'll choose our difficulty. Let's have a look. Actually, what else can be? A skip tutorial mission. Randomized party. I actually like this. Randomized party. Skip the tutorial mission. After prologue. Let's skip the tutorial mission. I've gone through the tutorials, so I will just explain after. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. But let's go ahead and, go ahead and stick with this. Choose our difficulty. I'll just go for Emperor. I just want to see, to be honest, not that I feel terribly optimistic, but we'll see how far we can actually get. And if we don't like the game, then, our band will just die off. But if we don't, then this is my favorite type of gameplay, is going blind into the hardest mode possible and just see how far we can make it in a new game. So we'll just have to pay attention to the tooltips and learn the hard way. So our mastery of all the mechanics is required to survive this difficulty. Your company will be challenged and your mistakes punished. We'll start with 700 gold, normal amount of enemies. Enemies have greater health and power. New dungeon modifies every 50 turns. Let's go ahead and start the campaign. In an era all but forgotten, the gods once lived alongside humanity in the heart of Calum. However, an unknown cataclysmic event plunged the world into a dark age. History was lost to time, and so too were the gods. In their absence, a rebuilding humanity was left to contend with the emergence of a great being of darkness from the void. Every few decades, in an event called the Scourge, the dragon's arrival would bring death and disease to the land. Those afflicted by the dragon's blight would lose their minds and bodies as they slowly became abominations of flesh and outcasts to society known as the Blighted. Press Any key to continue. Despite centuries of effort from the Vanguard Order and the realm's greatest heroes, no lasting victory against the dragon could be achieved. Humanity has now come to accept the inevitability of the scourge as part of life, enduring, or in some cases thriving despite it. With whispers of an impending scourge circulating, you and your company find yourselves in a burial crypt not far from the city of Andalon. A simple retrieval of smuggled supplies, or at least that's what your employer had promised. Okay. Boom. Find the stashed contraband. Yurik must survive. As the last light of the day begins to fade, you spot your company's camp not far ahead, the flickering flames of bonfires dancing against the darkening sky above the horizon. You stroll into camp, the celebrations of Van's retirement already well underway. After many hours of swapping stories and sharing drinks, all eyes fall on Van as he steps atop a nearby crate with a drink in hand, raising his voice to pierce through the ruckus. Now, you all know I'm not one for lengthy speeches, but I'd just like to say that it's been an honor to fight alongside each of you over the years. I dare say that I even consider some of you among my friends. He grins, made by a chorus of laughs and cheers. It has been an easy road, but I've been a fortunate man. Not everyone gets out of the mercenary life on their own terms. I hope you all one day get the same chance. He raises his cup in a toast. To you, my friends. There has never been a finer company. Hear, hear. The crowd responds with a burst of applause and cheers, enthusiastically raising their drinks and sending a shower of ale through the air. Your gaze is met by Van as he points his cup towards you, and you nod your head in friendly acknowledgement before turning about and striding off to find your tent. With the celebration continuing in your absence, you brush aside the flap to your tent and settle inside, discarding your weaponry and tossing it near your bedroll. You turn to find Alaric in your presence, no doubt eager to discuss business. Hope I'm not disturbing you, sir. I was on my way to pay the heroes a visit and prepare us for tomorrow's travel. He gestures to the pack slung around your shoulder, containing the contraband you recently retrieved. It's probably best if I stored those vials in one of our carriages. You gently slide the pack off your shoulder and place it in his upturned hand. Well then, I'd best take care of this. He nods respectfully and turns, pushing aside the tent flap with an outstretched arm and briskly walking out into the night. You turn your attention to your desk, its surface covered with disorganized papers and maps, illuminated by the faint glow of a candle. Pulling up a stool, you sit down and begin to pore over one of the maps, charting out tomorrow's course. From outside, the sounds of laughter and poorly played music drifts into your tent. After some time, with the celebrations audibly winding down, you step outside your tent and into the cool evening air. Van approaches your side, mounted atop his horse. Despite the smile on his face, there is a trace of sadness in his eyes. It's time then. Aye. He leans down and pats the side of his horse. Got my saddle loaded up. Figure I'd sneak out without making a big fuss. He rises from his seat and dismounts, turning to face you with one hand extended. Just wanted to say thanks, boss, for everything. You return the gesture with a smile, gripping his hand and giving it a firm shake. Any chance I can convince you to stay? He steps back and chuckles. If you'd have asked last week, maybe. But this last job cleared any doubts I had. I've survived this long. Reckon I'd be a fool to press my luck any further. Fair enough, friend. We'll always have a place for you if you change your mind. You hear a shout and turn to see Yurik stepping towards you, his young nephew in tow. Sorry to interrupt. He tilts his head, gesturing behind him. But Gedrick here wanted to see you off. Is that so? Van smiles, stepping toward the boy and slapping a hand down on his shoulder. I know we haven't finished your training, but your uncle's more than capable of finishing the job. I know that. He looks up, conveying admiration. I'm going to miss you, though. Aye. Van grins, reaching out to tussle the boy's hair. And I you. I've half a mind to send him with you. Less danger on a farm, and God knows your old bones could use the help. Ha! There's a few good years in me yet, but you're both welcome to visit any time. He exhales deeply, stealing a glance toward the road. I'd best get going then. Take care of yourselves, would you? He nods farewell, turning towards his horse and hoisting himself into the saddle. Clicking his heels, the horse trots off, and you watch him disappear into the dark of night, illuminated only by the moonlight above. You and Yurik glance back at the sound of approaching footsteps to find Torin wedging himself between the two of you, his heavy hands firmly planted on each of your shoulders. Company won't be the same without him, I'm afraid. Indeed it won't. As Yurik and Torin take their leave, you look around the camp, surveying the aftermath of the festivities. Aside from a few inebriated men and women who remain slumped by the fires, it seems that most have turned in for the night. With days of travels yet ahead, you think it wise to follow suit. Okay. You bolt upright from your sleep, awakened by the blares of a horn from somewhere in your camp, an alarm being raised. The sounds of a frenzied battle are all around you, and you scramble out of your bedroll, taking up a nearby sword. Alaric bursts into your tent, an orange glow briefly visible behind him as the flap is flung aside. Sir, we are under attack. Winded, he takes in a few deep breaths. There was no warning. The horses, the carriages. He raises his hands, trembling with frustration. Everything's being taken. We need to regroup with the others. Have you seen Yurik? Alaric wipes the sweat from his brow, shaking his head. Couldn't find him. With his nephew, I hope. You meet Alaric's eyes and nod in agreement. With a firm grip on your sword, you step past him, reaching your other hand towards the tent flap and preparing to step outside. You glance over your shoulder. Let's move. Stay close. You emerge from your tent, head on a swivel as you attempt to survey the situation. The camp is almost entirely ablaze, the heat and smoke stinging your eyes and obscuring your vision. You make your way ahead, your feet suddenly catching on something as you fall forward and scramble to stay upright. Recovering, you steal a glance backward at the obstruction. One of your companions, dead. An arrow flies by you, narrowly missing, but finding a target nonetheless. Alaric screams out in pain behind you, legs collapsing under him as he falls hard to the ground. You turn back, reaching out a hand to pull him up, but he waves you off. Leave me. I'll be no use in a fight. You follow his gaze down to his leg, a blood-covered arrow stuck through it. Go! You turn and continue onward, staying low to the ground as you move, eyes scanning for any friendly faces through the smoke. Not 50 yards ahead, you spot 4 of your companions through the haze, huddled together with weapons drawn against an overwhelming number of assailants. Sucking air into your burning lungs, you urge your legs forward in a desperate attempt to reach them. A figure suddenly appears from the corner of your eye, and with a flash of pain, the world goes dark. I think that writing and the soundtrack is excellent in this game. Surrounded, Ethelbert's head whips around, searching frantically for any possible escape as the raiders edge closer. Beyond the ring of enemies, Torin and a few other familiar faces emerge from the darkness with bloodied weapons drawn, though they don't seem inclined to make any urgent use of them. What are you waiting for, Torin? Help us! The raiders eye Torin as he confidently steps among them, each seemingly unconcerned by his presence, perhaps even emboldened by it. Sorry, friends. A twisted smirk forms at the corner of his mouth as he slides an arrow from his quiver. We'll make this quick. Oh! Eri! Ethelbert glares at Torin with wild fury in their eyes, arms trembling as they level their weapon toward him. You damn traitors! Have you no honor? Torin scoffs. Honor achieves little in this world. Glancing sideways at his accomplices, he raises a hand, signaling them to attack. I trust you lot can handle the rest. Spare no one. Okay. When the odds are against you, fight to the death. When the odds are against you, sometimes all you can do is minimize your losses. Use everything at your disposal and don't hold back. Yeah, so if you do pick a new game, I mean, the reason I picked sort of to start kind of skip the tutorial mission is you have these preset kind of set of characters, and I think it's kind of a little immersion breaking if you start with these kind of characters that are not randomized every time. So here we have, you know, slightly different set of characters from, I guess, if you play the prologue. And so here we are. You know, this lady. Here, we'll read about the different classes and, you know, their names, etc. in a second. So let's just deal with this fight. But for now, the way the game works is that you see The green tiles are where you can move. The grey dotted tiles is where you can dash and obviously end your turn. And the green tiles are where you can move and then do an attack. Right, pretty typical. You can wait. You can press C and wait until the end of the round. So this is, I guess, 1 round. But in this case, we have an archer. So let's go ahead and we can do a basic attack. That's 1. And every character has up to 4, starting with 2 of special abilities attack. And we can do 3 per this fight, and they take a bit of stamina. And I see on the right, bottom right here, it has kind of the damage, the stamina it takes, which is 3, for example, for this one, 108 damage, and 3 is the distance, right? And then kind of timing instant. So let's have a look at this Overwatch piercing damage channel until her next turn, attacking any enemy that moves within 3 cells of her position. The channel ends if 2 enemies are hit. Okay, so we can click that, select an ally. Hang on a second. I'm just going to press E and cancel that. Not really sure how that works. Channel until her next turn, attacking enemies that moves within 3 cells of her position. Okay. Or volley. Aim in any direction and channel for 5 turns. Damage all enemies along the designated trajectory. Okay, so 5 turns being kind of 5 people playing. The next time it will be her turn, she will actually execute that ability. So this is quite unique. So we'll see. I'm not sure it makes sense to use this now. Let's have a look first of all. So next we'll have our other sort of mage character going. Then we have the dog. Then we have this sort of monk type character. It's a pugilist. I'm not sure what this class is. I haven't actually encountered these 2 classes yet. Okay, and then we have this outlaw trapper with an eagle. Then we have outlaw blade dancer, the outlaw marksman, and then the adventurer at the very end. So this is the melee. So the dog is the issue. Well, this guy, we could go on Overwatch. The dog will move in and we'll shoot it. Probably this guy will also is likely to move in. Now these on the battlefield, you know, the terrain matters. If you stand in grass, I think it does add some sort of like evasion bonuses. You can also, there's also kind of half cover and full cover against ranged enemies. Rather, there's half cover for 50% damage when you kind of inhibit the line of sight. If you stand, for example, behind some barrels, then the archer wants to shoot you, and you can also just block line of sight. For example, if I stood here, this archer simply cannot attack me. And the same goes for me, obviously. I will move here, and we'll go Overwatch. I'm pretty sure the dog and an adventurer will move within range of within 3 tiles of Adelaide. She's Adelaide Spearfisher. And this guy, what's his name? We'll see. But he is, I guess, some sort of mage, right? He's got impaling ice. Target up to 2 cells within range and damage their occupants, slowing them for 1 round and applying ice terrain. Target a frozen enemy, removing the condition and dealing massive damage to them. Alright, I'm going to... What is this for? So if we move here, we should be able to hit this dog. So abilities always hit. You see the hit chance is 100%. There's target up to 2 cells within range. Okay. Boom. Okay, so we hit them twice. Actually, both times. Cool. Okay, then that ended our turn. Now we have... So this guy was Bernild Famehand, the mage. Now we have Edelbert Wheatfeld. Edelbert, he is a pugilist, which is basically kind of a monk character as far as I understand. So he can do a crescent wave, or he can do this Fists of Fury. I'm hoping the archer takes out the dog, because my next concern is this archer, or this guy. Mainly the archer, I actually think. How many this? This is 2 tiles, so 1, 2, so we need to be... we need to be here. This is Fists of Fury, an ability I've seen. Dash to an empty cell and strike an adjacent enemy twice. Yeah, we can't dash, obviously, through any of this. Oh, okay. We can get the dog, but then the dog won't move. And we'll lose our over... Oh, really want to get... Oh, this is frustrating, to be honest. Yeah, okay, I guess we go here and break line of sight with the archer. Hope he's not going to kill our mage straight away. Yeah, because the archer will be the next sort of priority. Increase defense and evasion by 25. Yeah, I feel like we have to. We can't reach this guy. Oh, this guy. Boom. Okay, 98 damage to the mage. Outlaw Blade Dancer uses own ability. Boom. Oof. Dealing with ranged enemies. Ranged. There's a few tutorials, I guess, left from my previous kind of small, prologue playthrough. Ranged enemies can pack a punch, but they can be countered with line of sight or by engaging them in melee. When their line of sight is obscured, ranged units will only deal 50% damage. This can be achieved by taking cover directly behind smaller obstacles such as a crate, rock, or any unit. Large obstacles can block line of sight completely, preventing ranged units from targeting those behind them. If cover is not an option, you can jump on top of a ranged enemy and engage them in melee. By doing this, the ranged unit can only attack adjacent enemies, and their damage is reduced by 50% when doing so. These mechanics also apply to your characters, so it's important to keep your ranged units at a safe distance. Okay. So this character is a sort of guardian, so she's kind of like a cleric. Ooh, so we could heal. Frankly, we kind of need to heal. I will move here though, because this is a ranged character, Outlaw Trapper. I will move in range of her. And this, okay, we also have Blinding Strike. Damage and blind an adjacent enemy for 1 round. Let's go ahead and do that. There you go, 80 damage and we blind her. So hopefully we won't need the heal. Oof. Okay, he misses us. Oh, okay, she shot the dog. So that's good stuff. Volley. Oh, see, we're now going to do 50% damage. There is every character exerts a kind of 1 tile around them of attack of opportunity. So if we were to move, he will get a free attack on us. So that's a bit of an issue. And you can dash if you have any ability that uses kind of a movement, like a dash. So you can use that to kind of dash out of the attack of opportunity range. Well, yeah, aim in any direction and channel 5 turns damage all enemies along the designated trajectory. Can't really get any good trajectory, I guess. So that's just basic attack that deals piercing damage. Yeah, and basic attacks they do have a chance to hit, which is for us is 49%, pretty terrible. But basic attacks cannot miss against flanked enemy, which means that you have an ally standing directly opposite one of your characters. So if someone stood here, this guy would be flanked, and our basic attacks cannot miss and do deal like 50% extra damage. Stun, and they also don't miss if the enemy is stunned or staggered. Okay, we're 50% to hit, so we can try to move away. What about this guy? Can we... Hang on, we can... Okay, we can't shoot anyone except this person. Okay, we're gonna have to just take the chance. Boom, nice. Guess we did hit him. Okay, we can shoot and kill the dog. Target up to 2 cells within range. Can we do 1 and then 2? No. So it's how many? It's only 4 tiles away. So why can't we? Okay, well, again, yeah, because he's arranged, now we can only target the dog because he's right next to us. Missed attacks. Your attack missed. Without proper setup, basic attacks have a risk of missing. That's pretty much what I just explained. In order to guarantee a hit, make sure a flank, stun, or stagger your target first, especially if their evasion is high. Attacks are flanked whenever you occupy 2 opposing hexes around their location. All attacks against flanked targets deal 15% extra damage and cannot miss. If you're unable to flank, you can stun or stagger. Stagger can be inflicted by using an ability that pushes or pulls targets. Basic attacks against staggered and stunned enemies cannot miss. Without proper setup, basic attacks can be risky. Okay. Okay, unfortunately we missed the attack against the dog. Okay, we will maybe get another chance. Not really, do we? I think it's better if we block this archer, to be honest. So let's go ahead and dash here and hit this guy. Boom, boom, boom. That's 2 hits. Okay, we're kind of spread out. I think that's low. It's not exactly ideal. Oof, yeah. Okay, I'm going to continue to lock up this outlaw trapper with this damage, boom, and blind. Oh. Oof. Okay, this is our archer is in big trouble. Oof, this is our mage. But I mean, we can take an attack of opportunity, but boom. Okay, at least the archer did not miss. 2 cells within range and damage the occupants. So, okay. This cannot miss, otherwise it's what? It's basic attack, we have 68% chance to hit. Come on. Now, yeah, okay. The dog is at least gone. Okay, you, sir. Okay, we're going to dash again and hit the archer twice, because we need to start taking out some of these enemies. Oh, she still hit us. Oof. Oof, okay. Bruised, bleed out, injuries. Injuries have a chance to occur when a character is under 50% health and will always occur when their health reaches 0. If a character sustains an injury, you can use a bandage to stabilize them and prevent their injuries from worsening. If they continue fighting with an unstabilized injury, the severity of it can increase. Oof, when a character's health drops to 0 in combat, they will enter a bleed out state and their health value will be replaced by a bleed out pool. This pool is persistent throughout the course of a dungeon. Ooh, their bleed out pool will drop by 1 on their turn and from attacks suffered. Permanent death will occur if the pool is depleted. To recover a character from the bleed out state, you can heal them with provisions such as bandage or health potion, use a healing ability, or have an ally pick them up by moving onto their location. Oh boy, okay, we can heal. But I mean, she's almost dead herself. What do we have next? Oh, our archer is in even bigger trouble. Okay, we will take the archer out next turn. And this guy is at least now occupied. So he will hold these. So let's go ahead and... Oh, this is 2 tiles away. Oh. Okay, let's start. How much damage do? We do 85. And with this we do also 85. So let's just go ahead. Keep hitting and blinding the trapper. Oof. This is bad. Oh. Okay, not much we can do here. We could, although, actually, wait. Could move here. And we could start channeling, so I'll show what that means. You see, there was that blue line, so she will channel. Yeah, this is where her ability will trigger. Okay, this woman just keeps placing some sort of traps everywhere. Okay, let's do a basic attack here. Okay, so 1 more basic attack and hopefully... Oof. Okay, we actually don't want to move away from here because we want to keep this blade dancer. Oh, the toughest. We're about 71. It's got 82 health and we can do 71 damage. We really need to dash though. We need to dash. We need to dash here so that she can't... No. We cannot dash. We need to... Unfortunately... No. I'm afraid if I go away she will go and hit the mage, the blade master. But we have to dash here and hit the archer. Otherwise we just won't finish him off. Boom. Okay. Oh, she's standing on the ice at least. Okay, bleed out rounds 1. Oof. Okay. What can we do here? We can kick her away. Immune to knockout. Oh. Okay, this is... Okay, she's owning. Okay, she's gonna hit hard next time. Okay, we do need to... Okay, we got rid of the trapper. I think our archer will start bleeding out. And that is not good. Okay, you, sir, need to perhaps raise our mage. So we need some more damage. Oh, she's gonna smack us hard, isn't she? Oh, no. We all want to take the archer. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's do the following. Come here. Heal ourselves, or... It's got, what, 23 health left? We have 106 at least. Let's heal. 150 HP. We will just keep hitting the archer. Crikey. Okay. Let's step into this grass. Impaling ice. This one. Both of them. There we are. Can I... Yep. We'll try to come here. And do a kind of a kick into the other... Into the... Yeah, there we go. Okay. And Nilda will move up a spot. What's the bleed out timer? We can either heal her or we can finish this guy off. I think we need to finish this guy off, frankly. The archer might be gone. Sadly, Adelaide could be a goner. No, we didn't even finish him yet. Okay, we lost the Adelaide. Well, that's life. Oof, another bleed out timer. Crikey. Okay, another ice hit. Yeah, mistakes were made. Mistakes were made for sure here. Do we stand here and push her into the fire? What's this? This is 46 damage. We will smack her into the fire. Or we just do a 70 damage attack with a 38% hit chance. Now let's try and push her off. See, oof, that did a good amount of damage. I can't see how much exactly. Oof. Oh, it's also bleeding out. Come on, guys. Okay, we need to raise her because she can heal. She will heal our pugilist. He needs to... Oh, miss! Hey, that's not what we need right now. That is not what we need right now, okay? Bernold. Outlaw Blade Dancer, just basic attack. Basic attack that deals frost damage. Okay, let's go. Boom, got her. Okay, here we are. One man down. When a character gains enough experience points, they will level up and receive attribute points and ability points to spend. Let's go next. There are 7 attributes for you to put points into and rank up. Health, power, mending, evasion, accuracy, critical chance, and speed. Characters specialize in a few randomly chosen attributes. These attributes require fewer points to rank up. Okay, by leveling up, you'll be able to unlock new abilities for each character. Each class has 6 abilities to unlock, though they can only equip 4 at a time. Ability points can be spent to upgrade or alter the effects of a character's unique abilities. All of this can be managed in the Manage Roster screen, G, or by clicking on a character's portrait in a dungeon. Okay, victory, 9 turns, weak ale, restore 20 morale. Oh, gear durability. Some of your equipment has broken. All gear has a durability rating and will eventually break with enough use. If an item loses all durability while on a mission, it will not break until the mission is complete. Okay, repairing. In the overworld, you can use various resources to repair gear by highlighting the item and pressing R. Gear can also be repaired in a town's marketplace, but doing so is usually less cost effective. Okay, so we need some sort of repair tools to repair our gear ourselves. Okay. Here we are. Anilda. Got a leg injury. Right leg laceration. Any combat actions besides waiting or guarding applies 3 damage until injury is stabilized by bandages. Bandage your injuries to greatly reduce the chance that you will worsen a current injury. Oh, and an arm injury she has sustained. Bandage your injuries to greatly reduce. Okay, sustain 10% damage when blocking. Adelaide, deceased unfortunately. Yeah, we moved her into the completely wrong position, to be honest. Those 2 Overwatch shots really didn't... not what we were supposed to do. We should have stepped back with her. Yeah. Bernald Famehand. Made it to level 2. Got a torso injury. All stats reduced by 5%. And Edelbert, interestingly, didn't quite make it to level 2. Only made it halfway. I guess because he only landed 1 killing blow as opposed to 3 for Bernald. And 1 for Hanilda. Interesting. Total damage dealt 460. He actually dealt the most damage. Took the most damage. And yet he only get 150 XP. As opposed to these guys who earned 300 and then over 100. So they earned 450 each. Odd. He did receive a leg injury though. Sprained knee ligament left. -2 to speed. Moving ends your turn. Ouch. Ouch. Provisions refunded. Yeah, so whatever provisions you find or you buy at the start of a dungeon gets refunded for money at 50% kind of discount to start with, which apparently can be upgraded. That's what you learn in the prologue. So you never kind of carry over these provisions from dungeon to dungeon. You don't store them in your inventory. Here we go. And we got cloth vest and the hunting bow broken down. I think that's Adelaide. She has unfortunately fallen anyway. Okay, let's continue. Opening your eyes, you find yourself sprawled on the ground with a mouthful of dirt and a throbbing ache in your head. Despite the ringing in your ears, you can hear a muffled voice calling out. A hand grips your shoulder and you jerk at the touch, clawing at the ground and scrambling onto your back. Easy now. You exhale with a relief at the sight of Yurik leaning over you. The early morning light shining upon his blood-splattered face and garments. He straightens up and you grab hold of his extended arm, gripping tight as he pulls you upright. Forgetting your senses, you look at the smoking remains of your camp. Anything not taken by the raiders has been taken by the fires. And by the way, there are these characters that are kind of part of your camp, but are not part of your party. That's kind of there. In the prologue, this guy is actually in your party. So I guess he's important to the story, and he kind of just lives in your camp. Same as Alaric, he's kind of your advisor that is not part of your party, but is part of the dialogues. So here we go. Not much left. It is there. The bastards took everything. He closes his eyes, lowering his head and sighing deeply. It was Thorin, sir. He betrayed us. Thorin, are you sure? Yurik nods. Wasn't alone either. Damon, Innos, Naira. His fingers clench into trembling fists. All fucking traitors. Through the anger, you notice a sadness in his eyes and realize suddenly that his nephew isn't present. Where's Gedrick? Yurik glances down, slowly shaking his head. Don't know for certain, but I fear he's dead, he sighs. I was with him when the attack started, but we ran into trouble. Told the boy to run, but... He pauses, staring blankly into the distance as you place a comforting hand on his shoulder. Don't remember much else, I'm afraid. Woke up to Alaric dragging me out from under a pile of bodies. Alaric's alive? Are there any others? Aye, he's alive. Managed to find a place to hide and patch himself up. I told him to stay off his feet. He snorts, waving a hand over the general area behind him. But he's out there limping around, trying to salvage what he can. Thankfully, there's a few others too. Seems they managed to kill a whole group of the bastards. His brief smirk fades into a grim expression. I'm afraid that's all though. You turn to see Alaric emerging from a half-burnt tent, limping your way and being helped along by the other survivors of your company. A relieved smile forms on all their faces at the sight of you. God, we're glad to see you, sir. He glances at Yurik. Have you shared the news? I did. Alaric fumbles inside his coat, pulling out a few slightly scorched papers. I found some correspondence in one of their tents. They had been planning this for months, it seems. Henilde mutters under their breath. Traitorous bastards. Any idea who they were working with? I'm afraid not. Certainly more than just a ragtag group of thieves. They were too well armed and too well organized. Yurik scoffs with disgust, leaning over to spit on the ground. A group of cowards, I say. Easy to achieve victory when half of our troops passed out drunk. No doubt Thorin and them were counting on that fact. The spineless pricks. I never did like Thorin none. Always felt uneasy around him. Alaric froze his brow, a thought creeping into his mind. I can hardly stomach the notion, but could Van have been involved? Yurik waves a dismissive hand. Not a chance. I know he and Thorin got on well enough, but the man's as loyal as they come. I'm just glad he wasn't here for this. We've lost too much already. Regardless of who's involved, there is little we can do about it, at least for now. So what's our plan, boss? You know I'll follow you anywhere, but I promised my sister I'd look after Gedrick. If he's somehow alive, I need to find him. And if he's not, well... He pounds a fist into his other hand. Us putting those traitors into the ground will have to suffice. Alaric places a calming hand on Yurik's shoulder. The boss is right. We've little choice in the matter. I understand you want vengeance, so do I. But we haven't the manpower or the means to seek it right now, and doing so would only get us killed. If we're going to do this, we'll need to first restore our numbers. Then I promise we'll hunt those traitors down. You look around at your companions, renewed purpose in each of their eyes, as they all nod in agreement. Right then, let's salvage what we can here, but we'd best travel light. It's a long walk to Andalin. We got 100 gold and 5 scrap. Well, let's continue. If you're finding combat to be too hard or too easy, you can adjust the difficulty setting in the menu by pressing escape. This option is disabled during combat and when playing on Ironman, so we're unfortunately stuck with the Emperor difficulty mode. As your caravan travels throughout the world, time will progress. Supplies and general upkeep can be expensive, and every day that passes will cost us coin. In the Iron Oath, 1 year consists of 120 days. In the top right corner are the navigation controls, allowing you to advance time, stop traveling, and adjust the speed of your caravan. Given the situation, we can't afford a long journey. We should make our way to the city of Andalin and rest and regroup. And here's the city of Andalin tooltip. According to legend, the city of Andalin was founded by Andal the Axe. His line ruled over the city until the Midland Civil War, where Eric Andalin died in battle alongside his sons, fighting under the banner of Nerys Talaran. Okay. Close. Here it is. And this is the world. I think the world is always the same. Yeah, I think the world is always the same. So we have a sort of a Westmire territory here, controlled by House Athera. 3 cities, Graveswood, Shepfield, and Atherton. We have Midlands, controlled by House Talaran, and this is Tarenhold, Andalin, Solace, and Terham. Kind of a temperate biome, I guess. We have a kind of a desert biome here, which are called the Redlands, controlled by House Valoros, with the cities of Tyr, Eros, Kashat, and Telez. And then we have the House Yorston, Northern Hold region, controlled by House Yorston, and we have Rainelheim, Yorhurst, Hastenhold, and Wilden. And then we have this clouded region here, walled off by a giant wall that we don't know what's there. So yeah, let's go ahead and head to Andalin, where contracts available says 0. The attitude of the house to us is neutral, and the attitude of the city, I think, is friendly. It will take 11 days to travel to Andalin. Are you ready to leave? Confirm. Okay, Andalin Midlands, neutral friendly, status peaceful, ruler house Talaran, ruler Leofrey Orsic I, location Midland, religion Ascended, culture Midian, main expert wood, known for loots, Common classes Stormcaller and Guardians. Okay, let's enter the city. After many long days on the road, you and your companions breathe a collective sigh of relief upon entering the city limits of Andalon. The streets are bustling with traffic, and though it does seem to be business as usual, you can't help but sense an uneasiness among the people. Yurik seems to pick up on it as well, and with narrowed eyes he looks up to the sky. The days are growing darker, that's for sure. He gestures to the crowds. No doubt they're all concerned about the scourge. Can't say I blame them. On the bright side, there will be no shortage of work available to us. But for now, he winces, glimpsing down at his injured leg. We could all do with a few days' rest. Alaric begins to shuffle forward, gesturing ahead with a nod. I believe the inn is this way. And so the Scourge is a global event that occurs every few decades, in which the dragon, accompanied by demonic hordes from the void, returns to the mortal realm, attacking cities and inflicting the blight upon their inhabitants. Okay, I think it's time we get to the inn. Guess we rested for a few days, lost 68, 64 coins. Okay, so we rested for a couple of days. With the morning sun shining into your room at the inn, you rise from your bed, pleased to find your body finally free from its many aches. Gathering your belongings, you walk down the creaking stairs to the ground floor, spotting your companions already seated at a table and breaking their fast. Morning, sir. You're looking a sight better, huh? Come. He gestures to the seat beside him with one hand, taking up a spoonful of porridge with the other. Sit. Eat. Across the table, Alaric tears off a piece of bread and hands it to you. We were just discussing our next... Alaric trails off as a man approaches the table. Your previous employer, Caldwin, sporting a puzzled look upon his face. I must say, I'm surprised to see you here. I heard about the battle. Heard you were dead, in fact. He slides into the seat opposite you, spreading his arms wide. Yet here you are. Heard it from who? Caldwin. Your associate. He looks up, trying to recall the name. Torin, that was it. Tall bastard he was. Said your entire company was killed in an ambush, and that he was lucky to be alive. Anyway, he brought me the vials, so we concluded our business and he went on his way. You just believed his story? Truth be told, no. I could tell he was hiding something, but I wasn't about to refuse the man. I suspect he could rip me apart with his bare hands, were he so inclined. Was there anyone else with him? A boy of 15 years? The man scratches at his chin. He had a few companions, from what I saw. None that young, however. Any idea where they were headed? I don't know that either, I'm afraid, but it seems they were each going their separate ways. Alaric raises an eye at that piece of information. Retiring, perhaps? They certainly can't afford it, having stolen everything from us. So they betrayed you and stole your fortune, did they? I am sorry for that, but perhaps we can help each other out. You have a job for us? More of an arrangement. Caldwin leans in closer, placing an elbow on the table. I've been looking to expand my business across Calum, but the roads are a dangerous place, as you well know, and I'm in need of a permanent guard. In return, I would offer you a discount on all my wares, potions, elixirs, and the like. I'm sure they'd be of great use in your line of work. To be clear, I would not interfere with the operation of your company. Of that you can be sure. In fact, I care not where we travel, just so long as there are buyers for me to sell to. He leans back, spreading his hands across the table. So what do you think? Sounds like a fair proposal. I accept your offer. Caldwin smacks a hand down on the table. Excellent. Then consider me at your service, my friends. And as I said, where we go is entirely up to you. Alaric lifts his hand, a single finger raised. There's one problem, however. We simply cannot afford to travel anywhere at the moment. Not to mention we are without carriages and horses. You certainly had a rough go of it, huh? He waves a hand. No matter, I can supply both horses and carriages. As for funds, I hear the local vanguard have their hands full at the moment. I suspect you might find some work with them. He leans close, lowering his voice. Just don't mention my other activities. They would be none too pleased to learn of the vials in my possession. Okay, so before we do that, let's just go So Calum, the known world, consisting of 5 regions. Okay. And the Vanguard, who are they? An ancient order that is tasked with defending the mortal realm against all unnatural evils. They were established during the Dark Age by Tian, the first king of the now dissolved kingdom of Calum. The Vanguard have garrisons all across Calum, with their main headquarters situated in the Northern Hold. Okay. So thanks for the tip. We'll go and see them. That's the Vanguard. Colden rises from his seat, straightening out his tunic. I have preparations to make then. He looks at each of you, nodding farewell. I will await you at the gates. Taking a bite from your bread, you look on as Colden strides out of the inn. Alaric turns back towards you, fingers rubbing at his chin. You know, sir, I was thinking it might be wise to retire the company name. So long as those traitors think us dead, we'll have an easier time rebuilding our numbers. And when we're ready to strike back against them, it will be us with the upper hand. Yorick grunts in approval as he swallows the last of his drink. He's right, I reckon. Best not to draw any extra attention on ourselves, if we can help it. Any ideas for a name, boss? Golden Suns always had a nice ring to it, I thought. Golden Suns, huh? He pauses, flashing a toothy grin. Aye, I believe that will suit us well. Okay, tutorial. When visiting a city, you can view available contracts by clicking one of the contract banners at the top of the screen. The icon on the banner tells you which faction is offering the contract, and completing it will increase your reputation with them. Reputation is a measure of your relationship with each noble house, city, and faction in the world. High reputation offers various benefits, while low reputation can provoke consequences. We're hardly in a position to be picky right now. I say we take whatever job the Vanguard have to offer us. Okay. Well, before we take this job, let's just take stock. The following people need immediate medical attention or their injuries will worsen. Edelbert and sprained knee. Let's go to the infirmary. If you have an injured character, you must admit them to a city's infirmary in order for them to recover. Once they're fully healed, they will automatically rejoin your company. Severe injuries require immediate care in order to avoid permanent injury or death. Yeah, I think we do need sprained knee. Costs 51 and take 30 days to fully heal in the infirmary. Send Albert Whitfield to the infirmary? Guess so. 30 days. Bruised. 17 and take 10 days. Jeez. Oh, 34 gold and take 20 days. Oh, when we really had a rough start. Okay. Well, we don't have anyone. 2 people available for active duty. Who's that? Matt. Hang on. Company storage. Check your character's stats and gear. Okay, wait. So we do have Ethelbert. Yes, wait. So Yorick is still part of our party, actually. Okay. It does just kind of suddenly appear here. Infirmary. 20 days. These 3 guys are all taken. Okay, let's have a look at the inn then. Every city has an inn which allows you to rest, buy drinks, or recruit new members. Resting will reduce your entire roster's fatigue by 3 for each night purchased. Buying around for your company will increase their loyalty for a time, though drinking too frequently can result in adverse effects. If you're in need of new members for your roster, you can scour the local talent and recruit them to your company. Okay, let's recruit. We need 3 people. This is a list of all available recruits in the city. As time passes, new recruits will appear. You can view information on each recruit by clicking the icon to the left of their portrait. Oh. Okay, Huntress, Alice Merck. Okay, they are rare in Adelan, right? It said evasive, evasion increased by 10, power reduced by 10%, stubborn, set in their ways and unlikely to change their opinions. Affects dialogue choices. And asthmatic, sprint range reduced by 1 cell. That's okay. It's okay, well. Let's take her, age 19. You're looking for new recruits? I'm looking for some work. What do you think about these terms? 48 per 5. per 5 years with a 20 signing bonus. Okay, so that's 68 and we hire her for 5 years. Sure. Let's do that. Definitely need a guardian, which would be someone like a tank. Who is she? Rosalind Storfmund. Arrested, job unassigned. So I guess they do have jobs. It's even, they have a little bit of a, what's that game called actually? Quite a, with the War Tales, which is actually a really good game as well. Kind of mercenary simulator. There's a bit of that here as well. So healing hands, honorable. Always tries to do the honorable and lawful thing even when it may not benefit them. Okay, and she's hesitant. Always acts last in the first round of combat. Okay, no cloth vest is completely ruined. Fine. 50, okay, again, 50 per year for 3 years with a 30 signing bonus. Oh, so that's kind of 80. Okay, fine, let's do that. That's great to hear. I'm looking forward to working with you. Okay, we need a Stormcaller. So who's Stefan Browning or Lawton Broadsteer? See what the difference. I'm not looking at the stats just yet, guys, since we don't really have a lot of choice and I want to just move on a little bit further in the first episode. But these two guys we can actually examine since we need to compare them. So they are Stormcallers, and the Stormcaller summons the violent forces of nature to do their bidding, using lightning and wind to dispatch their enemies in short order. Due to their vulnerability in close quarters, they are most suited to the back lines. Passive, static charge. Each attack by the Stormcaller on a target increases the chance that they will be stunned by all attacks suffered. Okay, so basically better to keep attacking the same guy many times. Okay, he's got arc lightning, a ball of lightning that hits the primary target and arcs to all adjacent targets for 75% damage. Pretty good, full range. And a tempest, lightning randomly strikes 4 times in a circular area. Each strike applies the Stormcaller's static charge passive. Okay, so we're at an area of effect. Pretty good. Healing hands, mending plus 15. Is that a job, probably? Treacherous. Their loyalty is fickle and they have no problems betraying employers or murdering innocents so long as there's profit in it. Wow, I don't think he will gel very well with the rest of our crew. Loses 3 morale when using weight on their turn. He's impatient. Okay, perhaps not. And so Lawton Broadsteer. Have a look at him. 1 second. Sorry, and this guy has Rainfall. Target a single cell, restoring health and 50 morale to the occupant over the next 3 turns. Applies Wet Terrain. Okay, Wet Terrain cleanses burning and grants fire resistance. Lightning attacks do 50% more damage to wet targets. That's pretty cool. That's actually even a bit of Divinity and kind of Baldur's Gate mixed in here. Arc Lightning. A ball of lightning that hits the primary target and arcs to all adjacent targets. 75. Okay, he's a pacifist. Mending plus 20%. Power minus 25%. He's stubborn. He's asthmatic. I'd rather take that guy than the treacherous guy. I mean, we were just betrayed a second ago. So let's take Lawton. 45 per year for 3 years with a 20 signing bonus. Frankly, I don't fancy this guy too much. So I will just take... Maybe we'll just do 60 for 1 year. Right? Otherwise 65. Let's just do 60 for 1 year. See how we get on. That's great to hear. I'm looking forward to working with you. Okay. At least we do have a full roster. Don't want to spend any more money, frankly, on buying anyone around. Should we just do what is it? Buy a round of our best brew for your company for 40. No, like we need to like conserve cash, to be really honest. Marketplace. Yeah, we need to probably like repair stuff. How do we do that? Okay, so she's got cracked bow. Repair all. Oh, for 109. Can be sold max or used to repair gear. Okay, can I... Item needs to be repaired before it can be equipped. Cloth vest. No, wait, but first... Okay, these guys are all resting. So, Alice... Okay, so let's repair your bow. Hunting bow. 2 scrap. Repair. Okay. 1 scrap. Okay. Hunting bow and her cloth vest repaired. Not hers, I guess we took that from Adelaide. Roslyn. Alright, training sword. A weak sword used by new recruits. Default weapon for guardians. Okay. So we need a sword. Lawton, small wand. Barely more than a twig, but good enough for teaching young spellcasters. Default weapon for Stormcaller and Icebinder. Which I guess what Bernald is. Yeah, the Icebinder. Can we take this decorative one? Weaker than its fine appearance would suggest usable. Okay, so can we take this? And then... Okay, we'll put it in company storage, is that right? Okay. And we give Lawton the wand and the guardian. Yeah, let's do a sword and boiled leather. Henilda doesn't need it while she's resting in the infirmary. And put this on Roslyn instead. Cool. Let's just have a look. Marketplace. Anything we can buy. Company storage repair. All. Don't need anything for now. These are our active guys. Weapons. Could buy a spear. Armor. Hide. Coat. We're resting. I think we're okay. Okay, we're gonna have to keep Lawton out of harm's way. And same for Alice. Yeah. Yeah, I guess this wood. Fine timber can be sold in markets or used to repair gear. Average price 80, purchase price 84. Okay, they do produce wood here, but okay, that's a bit too early to get into trading. Let's go ahead and take this contract. Contract's available. Back on your feet. Pick up some work from some local Vanguard representative. Andelin, Midlands. Okay, we have 3,000 turns to complete it, I'm guessing. 550 gold and 155 of this, which is total renown. Okay. Let's go ahead and take it. Even from a distance, you can tell there is a sense of urgency brewing within the Vanguard garrison. As you near, a pair of hard-eyed guards order you to halt, their weapons held up to impede you. Behind them, a man in a decorative suit of armor, no doubt an officer, takes note of your arrival and with a wave of his hand orders the 2 guards to stand down. Captain Huford. At ease, soldiers. Let them through. He bids you to approach, his eyes fixed on yours. My apologies. Things are rather tense around here, as you can tell. He regards the rest of your companions, looking them up and down. I'm Captain Huford. Is there something you need? We heard you could use a hand. Captain Huford. An understatement. But you've heard it correctly. I'm sure you've noticed the days growing darker of late. They say the scourge is coming, but in truth, it has already begun. We have been receiving increasing reports of void spawn in the area, and we're scrambling to respond to each. Any help you can provide is most welcome, and will be rewarded, of course. What do you need us to do? A group of refugees are fleeing from a small village just south of us. I had dispatched a unit to aid them, but with the number of void spawn that was reported, I fear their presence won't be enough. I would ask that you travel south, link up with them, and ensure that refugees arrive here safely. He turns to an aide, snapping his fingers and holding out his hand. The aide rummages through their satchel, producing a few papers which they promptly hand over. The captain briefly glances down at the documents before offering them to you. These will point you in the right direction. Good luck. He extends a friendly hand. I've no doubt you're suited to the task. You can count on us. Accept the contract. Captain Huford nods and turns away, striding off to deal with another matter. Alric steps forward, peering over your shoulder at the report held in your hands. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us, sir. Before we depart, might I suggest hiring some fresh recruits at the inn? I'm sure there are more than a few capable mercenaries available. Yeah, okay, we've already done that, right? Yeah. Let's see, okay, there's only one left. Welcome to the Hungry Dragon. Okay, the Hungry Dragon Inn. Reputation discount 15%. Okay. Let's go ahead and we've been to the infirmary. We got 3 Party members rest in their inn marketplace. Let's leave the city. We don't currently have enough people ready to fill out an entire 5-man squad. Perhaps before leaving town we should recruit a few more to our company. Oh, let's head to the inn and look for potential hires. Oof. Okay, we're gonna have to take Stefan to Browning. Just for 1 year. Oh, fine. That's great to hear. I'm looking forward. The treacherous Stefan. Alright, we gotta keep an eye on him. Here we are. Okay, apparently we need 5. I thought we needed 4 people. Okay, we see this Andalin. Okay, he's got a modifier here. An increasing number of local wildlife have moved in closer to the city's borders, posing a threat to civilians and traders. Minus 10% market coin, plus 5% buy price, plus 5% sell price. Okay, I think this is the refugee caravan. Let's just go ahead. Confirm travel. Take 13 days. Are you ready to leave? Yes, we are. World events. Hanil the Stronger has rejoined the company after recovering from her injuries. Okay. I wonder if she's available straight after or not. Or comes back straight to our party or not. Or if we need to come back to Andalin to pick her up. After days spent on the road with no sign of the refugees, you begin to lose hope of ever finding them. Glancing sideways at you, Rosalind observes the look of concern on your face. So long as they've stuck to the road, we should be finding them soon. They frown into the distance, one way or another. Up ahead, a figure suddenly emerges through a patch of trees just off the beaten path. They barrel towards you, frantically waving their arms to gain your attention as more begin to appear behind them. You urge your horse forward, riding out to meet them. Please help us. Their hand points beyond the patch of trees from which they came. Our caravan's under attack. You glance in the direction, faint sounds of combat barely audible over the panicked screams of refugees. Are the vanguard with you? They are, but they are outnumbered. Alice rides up to your side, narrowed eyes looking towards the sound of battle. We should hurry. You twist in your seat, signaling the rest of your companions to follow you as you charge ahead, past the crowd of refugees and into the fray. Locate and assist the vanguard. You're up just in time to render aid. Rosalind and Alice grapple a demon away from one of the soldiers, cutting it down in the process. The remaining demons are felled in short order. As one of the vanguard soldiers tries to wrench their spear free of a demon's skull, another acknowledges your arrival. Removing his helmet and tucking it at his side, he marches across the blooded grass towards you, a weary grimace on his face. Vanguard soldier, I take it you've been sent to help? He glances down at the demonic abominations, dark blood oozing from their hacked-up bodies. There will be more of them, of that I'm sure. Captain Huford sent us to assist you. That is a relief. He exhales slowly, shaking his head. We were too few to begin with, truth be told. It's a miracle we haven't lost anyone yet. Still, with your help, all these folk might just make it. The man turns at a muffled shout in the distance, floating across the field towards you. Across from you, another vanguard soldier crests a hill, weapon raised in a frantic sprint as he draws near. He comes to an abrupt halt just shy of your position, addressing the man in charge and pointing back with the tip of his spear. Sir, more demons, fast approaching. Shit. He turns to you as he refits his helmet. You there, go with the refugees. We'll hold off these bastards as long as we can. We'll protect them. Good luck. The soldier nods and slams his visor down. He whips around, drawing his spear and barking orders at his unit, preparing them to face the enemy, and likely their own deaths. Oof, protect the refugees and flee. Okay, we're running for a couple of days. Lowering his spyglass, Alaric mumbles something under his breath as he frowns at the distant horizon. He turns to you with a slight shake of his head, a troubled look on his face. They're still following, sir. More of them, in fact. At that rate they're gaining, I suspect they'll be all over us by nightfall. He digs around in his satchel and produces a map, unfurling it and carefully tracing a finger along the canvas. There is a cave system not far from here that will take us closer to Andalin and hopefully provide shelter from those demons. A cave? I'd rather stay above ground than get trapped underneath it. With no guarantee of safety down there. It's not ideal, but it's a risk we'll have to take. Alice turns away, grumbling inaudibly as they stomp off. Appearing Appearing beside you, Rosalind places a reassuring hand on your shoulder and puffs out a sigh. Can't please everyone, sir, but I reckon it's the right choice. We've no idea what awaits us down in those caves, it's true. But we know damn well the danger we face up here. Okay, you can select up to assembling your party. You can select up to 5 characters when forming a party. It is important to consider the status of each. Well-rested characters become well-rested. Characters become well-rested with inactivity. They gain plus 5% to power and earn 25% more XP. Whether they're available, an available character is fit and ready for duty. Fatigued, a character who is fatigued can still participate, but they are debuffed with a minus 10% power, minus 10 morale, minus 25% to XP earned. Or injured, an injured character can participate, but they will suffer from penalties specific to their injury. Or unavailable. Sometimes a character will be unavailable due to a specific injury or other reasons. Well, okay, I mean, I don't really think we have. Oh, wait. Oh, we had Uric. Wait, how did we not have 5 then? Hang on a second. Oh, this is a bit annoying, to be honest. How is she? Okay, can we level her up? Affinity, contract, abilities, the world events. Hanilda has rejoined. Oh, okay, she's rejoined because she's healed already, and she does rejoin straight into our party. Got it. Okay, Hanilda, she's what, a guardian. Blinding strike and dawn, the heals the target. Okay. So attributes, power. Now this is what she has proficiencies in, kind of like Battle Brothers. How much damage a character can take before they are downed. Power determines the damage of basic attacks and factors into the potency of unique class abilities that deal damage. Chance to evade an incoming attack and take no damage. Currently 0. Accuracy 73. The base chance to hit when using a basic weapon attack. Attribute points available 12. Okay, so what? Okay, boom. We spend 5. She kind of has to be a healing tank, right? Power determines the damage. Okay, so let's give her 3 to get to 80. No? Or what? What does this mean? I'm gonna give it 2. Oh, 77. Wait, now it's 79. Base value 35. Gear. Not sure how this works exactly. Ranks acquired 1. Takes 5 ability points to rank up once. Okay. And for those who don't have proficiency, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6. Okay. Okay, well, let's try and increase our health. Okay, so I guess we're in 5, 5, and 2. Okay, we did take her armor, unfortunately, and her sword. So perhaps Rosalind. Oh, man. Can we put these away? Sorry, Hanilda needs her sword back. Oh, this is gonna... Affinity. Handles a relationship with her allies. Oh, okay, so they have affinity between characters. Contract. Joined 29 days ago. Contract like 2 years, remaining like 2 years. Heal rate 68. Dismiss. Give bonus. Cancel. Okay. Abilities. To ability. Upgrade points. 1. Okay. Oh, okay. So here we go. Blinding strike. Damage and blind an adjacent enemy for 1 round. Blind reduces accuracy, evasion by 75% and disables attack of opportunity. Gain 1 additional charge, plus 15% damage. Let's do charge and just make her hit and blind enemies all the time. Then we get hamper, slow the target for terrain. Blind duration plus 1. Yeah, I like this one. Additional charge, interrupt the target if they're channeling an ability. I like this one. Let's go charge and then blind duration. Just to test this out. Upgrade points 0. Okay. Okay, we don't have this charge actually active though. Fine. Okay, so we take Uric, level 4. Wait, she still can do something. Right? Seems like we can still upgrade something with her. Is that right? Why does she have this job assigned? Tracker, scholar, theologian, picklock. Affinity contract. Is there anything else we can do with her? No, it does not seem that way. But okay, let's take Hanilda, Alice, Roslyn, or do we... yeah, well, let's take Roslyn, and let's take Laurent, our storm caller. Okay, select provisions. Before entering a dungeon, you will be able to select to purchase provisions to bring with you. By default, unused provisions at the end of a dungeon are refunded for 50% of their cost. This amount can be increased with company upgrades. Okay. It's a bit like, yeah, Darkest Dungeon-esque. Let's get some tools. Let's get a bandage. Once back on your feet, find the cave's exit. Unable to retreat. Dungeon modifies medicinal herbs. Provisions that restore health and morale are 50% more effective. Traps do double damage. Let's get bandages. These cost of provisions 110. Coin on hand. Coin will be lost if you die or run away during combat. Restore morale. Stabilize. I feel like let's get 3 of these. It costs 30. Restore 200 health. Let's get 1. Let's just get bandages for injuries and some tools. Okay. Venture forth. Standing alongside the cave's entrance, you motion the weary refugees as they file past you, encourage them to quicken their pace. With everyone inside, you look back to the plains one last time, frowning at the approaching void spawn, now clearly visible to the naked eye. As you enter the depths, a shriek at the front of the column causes a commotion. You push your way through the crowd to see a mutilated corpse slumped on the ground, Yurik already down on their knees and examining the wounds. They turn and look up to you, scratching their brow with a puzzled expression. He hasn't been dead for long. Could have been demons, but I can't say for certain. They point to a series of steep lacerations on the dead man's body. Not the work of any human, anyway. Regardless, we're obviously not alone down here. We should tread carefully then. Like void spawn. Creatures of the void, such as demons and spirits, are referred to as void spawn. Okay. Yurik nods as they stand upright and turn toward you, placing a small satchel in your hand. He had this on him. I figured we could make use of it. Received Scroll of Accuracy. Good eye, Yurik. Continue. Enchantments are magical scrolls that can be applied to your gear to grant various stats and unique effects. The scrolls are consumed on use, and the effects are permanent, unless overwritten by another enchantment. Okay, to use enchantment, open the Manage roster. Left click on the enchantment you wish to apply, and then right click on the suitable gear. Accuracy. Okay, Manage roster. Can we do this to our archer? Okay, apply to gear to this hunting bow. Right? Chant item. Alright, accurate. Yeah, we need all the accuracy we can get on our archer, I assume. And this is a dungeon, effectively. So here we go. We can move. And then kind of the main path is... shall I put this? So these circles are, from what I understand so far, are events. Then, for example, here, you see there are tiles with no fog. These are sort of the tiles that lead directly to kind of the main objective, and the tiles with a little bit of fog on them are sort of offshoots for secondary objectives, right? Then we do have 3 scouting kind of scouting I don't know, charges, you could say. And in bottom right here we have dungeon modifiers of 1 positive, 1 negative, right? And here we have this clock, which have 48 turns. For example, it took, I think, I'm not sure, maybe 2 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it took 2 turns to move a tile, for example. Once this meter fills in, from what I understand, there is a chance that we'll get another modifier I'm not sure if it's always negative or if it can be positive or negative, but we'll get a dungeon modifier up to 3 modifiers. So here we are. Just kind of a few stats. So we can... Oh, there we are. We've scouted the next tile. It is a combat tile, but having scouted it means we will not be ambushed. Let's go ahead and step in there. I frankly think we just head for the main objectives, given we're playing on the hardest difficulty deployment phase. During the deployment phase, you can reposition your party ahead of combat. Deployment zones vary from fight to fight, and you'll have to make do with what's available. Click left mouse button on any character to move them, and click again on any valid hex to confirm their position. Knowing where enemies can move and attack can help you position your party optimally. To view an enemy's movement and attack range, you can press tab over their character sprite. Once you're satisfied with your formation, click the Start Combat button to proceed. Okay. Here's our guys right now. See who we have here. These are the 2 enemies here, and then there's another, whatever that is. What is this? So this thing, first of all, the Anguished, deals dark damage. Immunities from Weaken, Charm. Victims will attack for it. And immune to knockback. Vulnerabilities to holy damage. Okay, passive abilities Empower. On death, the demon soul seeks out a new vessel, empowering an adjacent demon ally with the highest remaining health. The target gains plus 20% power, mending defense speed for the remainder of combat or until removed. Oh, man. Corrupting Swipe. Damages single adjacent target and place corruption terrain on their position, lasting for 3 rounds. The Face of Agony. Taunt all adjacent enemies for 1 round and reduce their morale. Christ. Channel and end the suffering. Channel for 5 turns when their health is under 25%, when they are the last unit standing, causing a self-explosion that damages all adjacent cells. Oh, man. And what is this? A Temptress. Also deals dark damage, immune to Weaken, Charm, and Restrain. Okay. Vulnerable to holy damage. Also has Empower. Okay, so when she dies, she makes a nearby highest health enemy an adjacent demon ally. Okay, plus 20% power. So we need to separate them. We need to stand between them so they can't be adjacent. The Corrupting Touch. Damage a single target with corrupting terrain on their position, lasting 3 rounds. Alluring Darkness. Channel for 5 turns, pulling a single target behind the Temptress. Inflict sleep for 2 rounds. And spawn corruption terrain on their target's position. Okay, we don't want anyone to fall asleep. I think she's the priority, to be honest. Let's take our archer, put her here. I guess we need this man to kind of run maybe down here. And these ladies, maybe block them off from here. We'll have our archer and our stormcaller fighting from top so that these guys can't come through. She might be able to fly over here, but I guess that's where we are. Yeah, our first move will be with Alice, our archer. Next will be this Temptress. Right, she's a this is a Seductress. She's Corrupting Touch, Subjugate. Channel for 6 turns, charming a single enemy for 2 rounds. Oh dear. Or do we put 3 people here and try and take her out quickly? Is that a strategy? We put Yurik here. We put Alice here to shoot. He exerts a zone of control here with opportunities of attack, which won't let her come to the archer. And we can take Rosalind, right? She's the one with the... Yeah, she's the rookie with no sword. And then we put our Stormcaller here. And we put more powerful Hanilda here to attack this Temptress. Let's go ahead and I think that's what we do. Okay, I'm just going to switch these guys around. I really don't want to though. I just want to make sure that she can actually reach and we don't have to walk. I think she will fly right here, won't she? Oh, this is frustrating. Start combat. Okay, let's try this. Wait, can we do tab on our own? Okay. So this is where we're going to be able to move, right? Okay. So she can move up to here. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Have a look. This Temptress. Okay, they won't be able to reach us on the first turn, so we'll just defend. Can move here one tile. Maybe we Overwatch. Let's see. Okay, I think that's best we can do. Okay, Alice opens up with a volley, aim in a direction, and channel for 5 turns. Deal damage to all enemies along the designated trajectory. I mean, we could do this and try to hope to hit the Temperous and the Anguished. Or she has Rapid Fire. Lose 2 arrows at a single enemy. If the target dies from the first shot, the second hits the nearest enemy within range. Okay, that's 3 tiles. It's 1, 2, 3. Oh, if we come here... Now here we can't even see anything. But we can just shoot her 67% accuracy. Oh. Or do we just wait? Shall we just wait? Till the end of the round? Asthmatic. Sprint, stubborn, evasive. And do we wait? And then lose 2 arrows. 100 basic attack that deals piercing damage. Let's go ahead and fire at her for 67 hit chance. Oh no, we need to take her out quickly. Let's wait. Let's wait. Oh, Seductress comes in. Oof, 140 damage. Okay, it's good we didn't. Temptress, 146 damage. Okay. Who is this? The Lawton. What can he do? Rainfall. Targets a single cell, restoring health and 50 morale to the occupant over the next 3 turns. Applies wet terrain. No. A ball of lightning that hits the primary target and arcs to all adjacent targets. Or should we wait and see? 99 damage, 100. Let's just hit her. Now, in fact, should we perhaps come here and just everyone focuses this Seductress? 675,000 health, 550. Crikey. Crikey. I think we come here and just smack this lady as much as we can. 4 tiles, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, let's come here and just hit the Seductress. 60% hit chance. Oh, a miss! Kidding me? Dawn, heal a single target within range. Okay, let's go ahead and position ourselves here. Judgment, immediately root an adjacent target for 2 rounds. Then channel for 5 turns and deal massive damage against them. Rooted targets are unable to move. I think she's immune to being rooted though. Restrain, unable to move on their own or use abilities that can incorporate movement. Immunity, yeah. Can't root her unfortunately. Okay, let's just go ahead. Oh, 52%. Okay. Guess we did hit her. Okay, I reckon we try to block them off here, right? Come here and let's heal. Who can we heal? Uric. Oh. Okay, we can press E, and which is undo movement. So if you've moved and you haven't taken any status effects, you can actually redo your turn, kinda. So that's cool. Okay, let's heal you. Heal Uric. Alright, now it's his turn. He's a Pyro Lancer. He has now 3 abilities unlocked since he's level 4, one of which is Return to Cinder, mark a vacant cell with a fire trap. Targets who step on the trap will take damage and be pushed away in the indicated direction, ending their turn. But we don't really have time for that. We have a Blazing Lance. Burn is inflicted every round to the target, dealing fire damage equal to 20% of the attacker's power. Burn can stack up to 3 times. Okay, I will move him here so that next turn we can move with Rosalind and flank this woman. Or we can also... But for now we're going to have to hit her with something else. Hit her with an ability, which always hits. We won't use a basic attack since that will be... And what is that? That's 54% chance. Deal damage to 2 targets in a row. Secondary target takes 75% damage. We can do 200 damage that way. 143 and set burn. Just do this while we can. There's no one facing. Let's just do... Boom. 200 damage. Okay, this abomination. Okay, this is the corruption. Party members that occupy the spot take 50 morale damage on their turn. Enemies, however, are healed by 10% their maximum health each round. Okay. Can we... 50% damage. Wait, so if we move here, we should be able to do the 2 shots. Right? And it's a direct line of sight, so no 50% penalty. 100% chance to move. 2 arrows. Nice. Okay, start of next turn. Again, Alice goes. And again, I think it's a double shot. Is it in order? Oh. Okay, Rosalind maybe. Oh, come on. She survives with 4 HP. Oof, a miss. Lucky. Okay. I will wait with this guy, because when this abomination comes here, hopefully we can zap both of them. So I will just... wait, I think. Yep. Okay, Rosalind. You can finish 52%. Dawn. Nice. Okay, that's the Seductress gone. Could heal herself. She's 250 of 400. Heals a single target within range. Let's go ahead and... well, let's go ahead and perhaps stand here so that we can start flanking. Right. Well, that will let the abomination come through here. Can she reach that far? No, she can't. She can only come up to here. She will most definitely come here then. So we can come up to here so that the abomination stands here. Or we can flank. She comes here, we can flank both of them. Yeah, so let's go here and heal ourselves. She's gonna need to tank quite a bit of damage here. Okay, let's stand in front of our Stormcaller and our Archer here and place a trap. Oh, can't get it here, really? Hang on. This is 2 tiles away. So if we stand here, 1, 2. And here, 1, 2, yeah. Okay, we can't really do anything. Okay, she stands here. Let's push her off back. This works on allies too, so we gotta be careful. Oh yeah, of course, she's gonna move here and flank her. That was a bad call, bad call. Okay, let's gonna have to do a basic attack. Temperance, hit chance 50%. There you go, 117 damage. Okay, piercing arrow. That's the best ability. Love it. There we go, 200 damage. Okay. More. Okay, let's hit her with another lightning. Just a basic attack. Okay, Rosalind needs to make her way here. Okay, holy strike. Holy damage. Okay, so they do have blind reduces accuracy and evasion. 120. Let's hit the Temptress, since we'll hit her and we'll blind her, so hopefully she won't actually do any more damage. Oh, no, unfortunately we're gonna finish her off. Let's do a basic attack, just to finish her. We reduce her evasion as well, so So we up the chance to hit her. Okay, corrupt. Sorry, what is this? Okay, we don't know what that is. Exclamation mark, but that certainly doesn't mean anything good. I believe if we press shift, we can... No, maybe it wasn't shift. There was a button to press to route ourselves in a certain way around the battlefield. Okay, so let's just do a quick shot. 1000 HP, she has 100% hit chance. Defense 30. Let's go ahead. Boom, 70% damage. Let's go ahead. We'll try to go around her and start hitting her from here, I guess. Then we have Rosalind. Then we have... And Nilda is going to have to step away. I really hope she doesn't move in on top of our archer. Okay, let's just wait with our Stormcaller. Rosalind needs to come here and potentially heal a single target. I don't want her to use some sort of attack and just swipe like all of us. Let's just come here. Okay, I guess she has to move. Alright, something bad, it will happen here. Do we just take the damage? I feel like we probably have to move. Oh, our Alice is gonna be in trouble though. Let's go ahead and Holy Strike and blind her. We're gonna have to take whatever is coming here. I feel like we're just gonna have to take it, unfortunately. Let's move Yurik to this tile. In fact, let's move him all the way here. Oh, maybe we should have used the fireball. Actually, oh, this is the blow up ability. Oh, time elapsed. Oh, we should have moved away. Okay, small health. I didn't quite understand. I thought that she does that when she's less than 25% health, though. But I guess she can do that anytime. A small vial of demon's blood and a small health potion. Okay, loot all. Oh, man. Okay, let's... How do we make camp to restore health and burn incense to receive various bonuses? Consumables and healing abilities. Stabilize injuries. Okay. Let's give her a potion. Okay, so we healed and we stabilized the injury. Bandaged. Oh, okay. I have to say we head straight for the next objective. Oh, we scouted, unfortunately. A lone satchel catches your eye on the ground ahead. Though small, it may contain something of worth. Open the satchel. Takes two sort of time units. Received weak ale. Restore 20 morale. Let's continue. 100 out of 100 morale. 100 out of 100. 100 morale. 50 out of 100 morale. 50 out of 100 on Yurik as well. Okay, let's come here. Oh, we only have one more scouting thing left. Let's see. Oh! Boom. I think we'll say we're ambushed. No? Okay. Okay, let's try this. Again. Okay, another round. With the rookie in the back. The expert guardian at the front. Who's gonna go first? First is this Temptress. So Seductress. And then is the Temptress, sorry. Okay, maybe we just wait with her. How can she move? She can move up to here. Okay, we can stand here and wait. And our Stormcaller will come around as well. Let's go ahead and... I guess that's all we can do. Start combat. I mean, is there... No. Let's just wait for her to come closer. Both of these. Oh, she's coming for the archer, isn't she? Oof. Okay, let's come closer here. 99 damage here. 117. Let's just do basic. Oof, critical hit. Nice. 175. Okay, the rookie comes... Let's make her go all the way here, because next we have this lady acting. Let's try and flank her. Let's go ahead and we dash. So we'll lose the attack, but we do manage to flank this lady, and we do some holy damage on her. Go 122, perfect. Oh, can't. Oh, should have maybe moved. Well, too late now. Okay, I guess he'll have to hold that seductress. Right, in order not to waste a turn. The blazing lance. Set her on fire. Oh, the abomination. Jeez, disgusting. Okay, okay, so we don't have the rapid fire anymore. Warning, you have spent all the charges. Using this ability now, you will take damage equal to 40% of your max health. Oh, jeez. Okay, fine. Then a quick shot. Oof, what am I doing? Nice. I love... What's her name? Alice Merc. Doing a really good job. Let's move up. Move our Stormcaller up. And can we do the chain? Yes, we can. We hit the Abomination. And then it spreads to the Temptress. Right, so there's a Seductress, right? Sorry, that's left. Okay. We can use the heal, but again, like if we use it, it's for the rest of the dungeon. So we can move here. And perhaps move here. Just get in position. And then perhaps... I think Yurik will move up here and keep hitting her. Who's next? Next is Yurik. Okay. So our tank will go here and start. Yeah, now Yurik can move up here and... Oh, actually it would have been nice to use the Infernal Pillar, but I don't want to stand in that corruption. Okay, let's just do basic attack. She's flanked. 100% hit chance. Oof, immune. Okay, she's immune to something. Okay, let's get our archer. So what's her name? Alice. And I could take a quick shot at the Seductress. Boom, she burns. Boom. 50%. Okay, let's do Electrocute. Done. Oof, there's fire here now. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, but we have Sword of Lightning slashing. Judgment. Root an adjacent target for 2 rounds. Knockback, charm, weaken. And charm 5 turns, deal massive damage against them. Okay, let's get her. She's 1000 HP. Oh, okay. Let's see, so we'll channel. And then we smack her. I mean, let's go ahead and blind her. Oh, man. This applies burn to anyone passing through or standing in the fire. Disappears in 1 turn. Oh. Burn to anyone passing through. Party members that occupy the spot. Damage on their turn. Okay, 50 morale. Okay. Okay, was it? Oh. Oh, that's a little bit annoying. Fine. Just have to wait. Fine, we just guard. Ah, okay, she does this thing. She's basically channeling, right? Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. Oh, because we hit her with the Stormcaller, we managed to stun her. Is that right? Enemy traits, enemies, combat conditions. Yeah, I think this means she's stunned. Let's hit her with another Electrocute. Boom, nice. Let's just move up out of this corruption. How do we... Yeah, let's move out of this corruption. Then hit her. We can heal. Let's heal ourselves because... There we are. Coming up here. Blazing Lance. Let's hit her and set her on fire. As she's flanked. Oh, she hits back for another Holy Judgment. I think we can just whittle her down with basic attacks now. Quick shot. Nice. Can we do a little electrocute here? Trying to get the line of sight to not have to suffer the 50% penalty. Boom. Done. Okay, victory. Time elapsed 4 turns. We got a little bit of scrap from this. Everyone's gained XP. Okay, well... Guess... I hope it's unlikely they're enemies, so I'm not going to scout. As you continue through the dark passages, Alaric strolls alongside you, taking a glance back at the rest of the column before leaning in close. A lot of tired souls back there, sir. I think it would be wise if we found a place to make a camp for the night. You won't want anyone collapsing on us. Our own crew, least of all. I'll consider it. Thank you. So we can make one camp, so let's go ahead and scout. Some sort of wall. Lawton. A good spot for a campfire, if you ask me. I don't think our enemies will spot us. Let's rest here for a bit. Make camp. Okay. During longer missions, you can make camp in order to rest your party and apply various bonuses. Some locations are safer than others. We should pick a spot that has fewer points of entry to lessen the chances of being set upon by enemies. Okay. Camping allows you to burn incense, which grants various beneficial effects. Are you sure you want to make camp? Remaining camps. 1 campfire risk 0%, 20% for every adjacent tiles not visited or scouted, plus 10% for other adjacent tiles. Okay, we have 0. Okay. Once you've established your campsite, you can select various incenses to burn that provide healing and other unique benefits. You only have a limited number of incense points available, so choose carefully. More incense can be unlocked in the company upgrade screen in the overworld. To decrease the chance of your camp being interrupted, you can place up to 2 party members on lookout. Each lookout will decrease the interrupt chance by half. Keep in mind that characters who are on the lookout will not benefit from the secondary effects of incenses. Once you're satisfied with your choices, click the begin camping button to proceed. Okay, disrupt chance 0%. 0 of 2 on lookout. Primary effect, incense points remaining 10. Modify incense. Restore vitality, restore 25% health. Okay. Restore stamina. Recover 4 ability charges at random. Okay. Restore mind, gain 25 morale. Battle hard and restore 15% health for every battle completed. Yeah, we can actually do that instead. I think we'll have like 30%. Secondary effect, recover 1 ability charge at random for each battle. We've done, what, 2 battles, right? So 30% and 2 ability points. Okay, let's do that. 6. Okay, and then 4. All injuries stabilized. Okay, we have stabilized our injuries. Stamina. Let's gain 25 morale. Okay. So incense point 0. Shall we who's gonna sorry, how do we make disrupt chance 2 on lookout? Toggle lookout. Disrupt chance 0. So no one can disrupt us, right? That doesn't change anything. Okay, so everyone sleeps. We're in a good spot. One ability charge at random for each battle. Gain 50 morale. Gain 25 morale. Restore. Gain lots of morale and lots of health and ability points. Let's go ahead. Begin camping. Okay. And camp. Guess we did restore. Okay, didn't restore any scouting charges, unfortunately. Oh. Oh. The dead walk. You can sense dark forces at work. Your recently vanquished enemies have risen once more. One previous combat encounter is repopulated with the undead. This is what I talked about. So this clock kind of reached. There we go. Dungeon modifiers. Every dungeon begins with one positive and one negative modifier, which can affect various aspects of exploration and combat. With the passage of time, up to 2 additional modifiers will be applied, presenting new challenges for you to overcome. Due to this, it's important to be efficient and spend your time wisely. You can see which modifiers are currently active next to the time meter in the bottom right. Okay, I can't scout, unfortunately, so let's just get in there. Oof. You found a torn section of a map, revealing 2 points of interest in the area. Okay, so this... Not sure. Okay, here's a battle. Let's just get to the end here. Alaric fumbles with his map beside you, trying to make out the details by torchlight. I do believe we're nearing the exit, sir. On your other side, Hanilda's arm suddenly juts out in front, her hand held out to stop you, the other pointing ahead. Do you see that? A dark figure looms ahead of you, its features obscured by the darkness, but its nature is nonetheless clear. Hanilda lowers her arm, reaching instead for her weapon and setting her feet. That is no ordinary demon. Attack. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, what's this? So we got another Temptress and Seductress. Here we got Temptress here, 550 health. Seductress, so that's like basically I think 1 level up. Seductress, and we have, I guess, an elite Dread Knight. Oh god, resists dark, weaken, immune to weaken, charm, restrain, or fear. Okay, vulnerable to holy damage. So we need our guardians to attack him. But let's pile in and destroy this Temptress first, I would say. We're gonna lay some traps with Uric. Let's get this guy in here. She will act first, then this lady acts. Let's put our casters back here. Put Uric here to guard this spot. And we'll put our rookie and the 2 casters to try and take care of this Temptress as quickly as possible. Uric can guard this passage against the Seductress and the Dread Knight, as well as Hanilda, right? Hopefully we keep our casters kind of inside. I'm going to put Uric here so he exerts a zone of control and doesn't let anyone through. And there we are. Go ahead and start combat. Okay, where can she? She can move up to here. Where can we shoot? Can we shoot at her? 67% chance. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Boom, 111. Nice. Okay, that's the Seductress. Oh, 140 damage. And boom, 163 damage. Oh boy. Oh, it just spreads corruption. Okay, let's go for Electrocute here on Temptress. 60%. It's not great, but... Oh, he misses. Come on, Lauren. We have Rosalind. Okay, she will move up here. Holy Judgment. Immediately root. She can't root her. Heal a single target within range. Channel for 5 turns, deal massive damage against them. So fine. If we don't have to root them, let's go ahead and right? So fine, she's immune to root, but we can still do massive damage against her, right? Okay. Anilda. Okay, we do need to kind of run here. Unfortunately, we can't heal Yurik just yet. Although we kind of... On the other hand, we kind of have to heal him. He's gonna start dying very soon, fortunately. Can't stand here. We need to let him pass. Oh, okay, he's gonna have to live for one turn. We're gonna need to run here and just lock in this Temptress. Movement disabled by restraint. Ah, he's standing in this thing. Okay, let's go ahead and... she's gonna keep smacking him from the afar. Right. Let's push back whoever comes near here. Fine. Okay, we have Alice. Oh, she does actually have rapid fire now. But why does she have rapid fire now? Very interesting. Hang on. Wait. What? She can't move though. I don't understand. 50% damage. Oh, is this because she waited? No, she didn't wait. Hang on. Undo movement, cancel ability, move. She can't move. I don't understand. Okay, this is just odd. Fine, let's just fire at her. Is this because of this thing? Pool of the Void. Oh, adjacent targets are rooted and unable to move. Oh, this is annoying. Oof. Oh, Yurik just got pulled through his own trap. More than a little bit unfortunate. Fine. Okay, let's concentrate. Holy dawn. Okay. Boy. Infernal Pillar. He still can't move? Still can't move. Okay, let's do Burning Lance, I guess, on the Dread Knight. Set him on fire at least. Oof. What's she doing? Oh, she just pulled someone behind her, right? That was her... one of her sort of signature moves. Oh, she put them to sleep as well. Oh. Okay. Yurik is probably gonna go down here. Oh. Good God. Okay, let's try and... oh, one bleed out point. Electrocute. Let's do the electrocute because we need to start healing. Yeah, we are. Now she's... hopefully she's awake now. Okay, we need to... oh, this thing. Adjacent targets are rooted and unable to move. Oh, okay, fine. As long as we can heal. Can we heal? No, we cannot. Why not? Two tiles. Oh my God. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, she's what? Charmed or something? Oh. No. She's been made to attack her allies. Sorry, that's not very clear. Oh, Yurik is gonna take a major beating here. Hit chance 55, 60. I guess we started on the Dread Knight already. It's tough. Let's focus on him, I guess. No good options here, really, are there? Okay, Rosalind does need to get to the front. As does Hanilda. And she needs to kind of get over here and heal. Okay. This is alive. Let's do a Blazing Lance again. on the Dread Knight. Okay, we have our archer. Alice, get out here. Rapid fire. Oh, nice. Oh, I just put the corruption on him. Electrocute on the Dread Knight. Oh, Lauren, seriously. I mean, it's not the time. Really isn't the time. Heal. Yep, heal from Rosalind. Okay, we can. Can't flank. Holy Dawn. Okay, let's... Oof, whoa. She went into his zone and out. Oh, and they got smacked. Pretty bad. Yeah, that was an oversight. It's a failed morale check. Are you kidding me? Come on, bro. You're our best. 200 damage. Boom. Okay. 6. Subjugate. Oh, come on. Get rapid fire on the Dread Knight. Let's go, Alice. The hero. Okay. It's burning. Oof. Don't you dare touch Alice. Electrocute. Miss. Lawrence, seriously. Okay. Moves in here. No, so we need to move here. Here, so that... Because we don't want to trigger an attack of opportunity. Holy Judgment. Holy Dawn. 47%. Okay, we'll have to go with 47%, I think. And just... try and... Oh, miss. Should have healed instead, I guess. No, wait, she needs to... Wait, E? She needs to move. Move and flank. Seductress. There you go, 85 damage. Oh! Yurik, what are you doing? He's what? Is he on 2 HP? Sorry, who wasn't? Oh, Alice is on 2 HP. Okay, 82% hit chance. There we go. There we go. Wow, it's pretty cool. Done. Okay, stand here, Laurent. Again, electrocute. Nice. Okay, anyone who passes through. Okay, we need some heals here. Some major heals. Alice certainly needs to be healed. Because Yurik has already suffered injuries, so... if he goes down again, I feel like... Oh, you... Shoot at the Seductress. Quick shot. Okay, another electrocute. It's a good shot. Good hit. Let's heal Yurik. Okay, let's go. Let's finish her. Nice. There we go. Bandage, antidote, and boiled leather. A faint ray of light can be seen up ahead, motivating everyone to quicken their pace ever so slightly. You pause as you round the corner, your eyes adjusting to the dim light being cast from the surface. Refugees behind you all breathe a collective sigh of relief, though all are well aware that the journey is not yet over. Beside you, Yuri clamps a hand down on your shoulder with excitement. Never has grey skies brought so much relief. They drop their hand, shuffling past you with the crowd. To Andalon then. Let's head out. Still lots of grounds to cover. Exit. Yeah, let's go. Okay, we give back our provisions. Okay, we didn't really spend that much. Fortunately, I kind of wasted the gold here. Okay, coin, we have 506. We do have the boiled leather now. Demon's blood and a bit of scrap. Took a bit of durability. Damage. And Nilda still level 2. Alice made it level 2. Rosalind leveled up. Laurent. Okay, that's all good. Fortunately, Yuri got a head injury. 20% chance to lose a turn when hit. Bruised skull. And Hanilda has an arm injury. Bandaged. Okay, let's continue. You emerge from the cavern, a few of the refugees hesitantly approaching you to offer their nervous gratitudes. You give them a faint smile before shifting your focus to the outstretched plains before you, glancing sideways at Alaric, who is doing the same. We've done well, sir, against all odds. Andelin is still a few days out, but I suspect the worst is behind us. He claps an arm around your shoulders as you begin to walk forward. Let's collect that reward then, shall we? Indeed. 13 days, confirmed. Let's go. The distinct thunder of galloping horses fills the air. A group of riders fast approaching from just up the road, bearing the Vanguard sigil. You soon recognize the lead rider as he pulls up nearby, dismounts his horse, and walks towards you with purpose. There you are. With all the void spawn crawling about these parts, I was beginning to fear the worst. He looks behind you with narrowing eyes, surveying your company. What of my men? We were overwhelmed by demons. Your men are dead, I fear, though we can't be certain. We were overwhelmed by demons, your men fought valiantly and bought us time to get away. Gain 5 with the Vanguard keep. I see. He glances down, heaving out a long sigh. It never gets easier, sending soldiers to their deaths. But you've kept these people safe, so at least some good came of the sacrifice. Come, we'll accompany you to Andelin and get your payments sorted. There's another matter we could use your help with, but we'll discuss that later. You return to your caravan and set off once again toward Andelin, following closely behind the contingent of Vanguard soldiers. Things are likely to get worse soon enough, but for now, everyone in the company is grateful for a moment's rest. Alright, let's keep going. 9 days. Okay, Bernold is out of the infirmary. Perfect. Okay, back to Andelin. Okay. Let's go ahead and hand in this contract. Tucking your head through a guarded doorway, you step forward to find Captain Huford leaning over a table, his eyes carefully scanning a map in front of him. He takes notice of your arrival, raising his hand to signify that he'll be with you in a moment. He turns to a nearby soldier, issuing some orders that you can't quite overhear, and presses some papers into his hands. The soldier nods and salutes in return, and makes to leave, striding past you on the way out. The captain regards you with a welcoming gesture. Please come, we have much to discuss. He takes a seat behind the table and bids you to take one opposite him. You look a sight better than I last saw you. You're all well rested, I hope. We still have a need for your talents. When you're feeling ready. This damned scourge is just beginning after all. He turns and signals to an assistant, who places a chest of coins down on the table with a rattle. But first, there's the matter of your payment. He places a hand on the chest. You've done a great deed for us. Many have you to thank for their lives. What was it we had agreed on? 550 gold? I believe that was the price, yes. Very good. He slides the chest over to your side of the table. To the next matter at hand, then. He gestures towards the tabled map, topped with finely crafted wood pieces representing both friendly and unfriendly forces. It seems those demons of yours do not give up easily. Your detour into the caves may have bought some time, but our scouts report that they're still in pursuit, headed straight for the city. Unfortunately, much of our forces are occupied elsewhere and cannot be recalled in time. He rises from the table, straightening up to level his gaze on you. The city guard will of course be getting involved, but I would not refuse extra help. We're eager to assist. Accept the contract. I'm glad to hear it. He steps out from behind his desk, an arm placed on your back as he shows you to the door. We're preparing our defenses just outside the city. Meet me there when you're ready, but don't take too long. We haven't much time before those bastards are upon us. Okay, renown and reputation. When you complete a contract, you will be rewarded with both renown and reputation. Renown is a measure of your overall fame within the world. As your renown grows, you will be trusted with more difficult contracts and gain access to better equipment and recruits. Additionally, you will gain renown points, which can then be spent on company upgrades. Your reputation measures your relationship with each noble house and city in the world. When you complete a contract or make certain choices, your reputation will change accordingly. Having high reputation can lead to lower prices in services and wares, and unlock additional contract types. Okay, renown point acquired. 2 renown points available. We've acquired another renown point, sir. We should look into some upgrades for the company. Just go. Excellent news, guys. Contract completed. Back on your feet. 1 difficulty. We got wine. Bottles of fine wine. A must have for any great feast. Okay, 80 gold. We got 550. 150. This is the renown. Andelin, 15 reputation. Okay, guys. Yeah, well, this has gone on for quite a while. It's probably, in fact, we're just over 2 hours, but hopefully that's given you a good taste for the game in general, if you want to pick it up yourself. Version 1.0 is out today. And also a good idea of, how we play turn-based kind of tactics games here. So let me know with, I guess, likes, subscribes, or comments whether you want this series to continue. I hope you do. If not, I hope you enjoyed watching at least this first episode. I personally enjoyed it. I think seems like a great mashup of Battle Brothers, War Tales, Divinity, and what is it, Darkest Dungeon. Does seem to have much more of a story, I guess. But we'll see how that evolves. Maybe after a few quests, this will evolve into a more of an open world kind of sandbox adventure. We'll see. But I like it so far. I like the mechanics. I like the art style. I like the music. I like a lot of the dialogue. It's very well written, I think. Very, very well written, to be honest. I can't remember the last time I actually enjoyed reading all of these descriptive kind of, descriptive text. But yeah, just let me know, I guess, if you want this to continue. But thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in either the next episode or any other next playthrough. Bye.